Thanks for tuning into the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about, can you make cash on Turo? Can you make money? A lot of people, when they find out I do Turo as a side hustle, they ask me, can you make money on that? So I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to Turo or most side hustles, they tend to think you cannot make money. So I'm going to talk about about me, if I'm making money on the platform or not. I'm also going to share what I think you need to make money on there, right? And it really going to depend on you. And I'm going to share some of the things I think that it's going to be important for you to do to make money. Now, I can't guarantee that someone's going to make money on there. I can only share if I'm making money or not, and I can only share with you some of my opinions on what I think will make someone a successful host on Toro. Now, in the description box, I put a link. Right now, we got Black Friday coming up. We're almost to a new year. Some people are going to have New Year's resolutions. So if you're not on Toro and you're thinking, hey, I want a New Year's resolution, I'm going to start additional source of income. Maybe you are a host and you want to grow your fleet, or you need some tools to make you more successful on the platform. I put in the description box everything I use for Toro. So all my cleaning products, my lockbox, the stickers, everything that I use is on the description box. So go ahead, check it out, especially with the sales coming up. But now let's or coming out, sorry, with the Black Friday. So don't miss out on that opportunity. Now let's get into the video, right? Can you make money? That's the big question. That's what a lot of you want to know. I've been doing Toro for a little bit over 2 years. I started with one car and I've been able to grow it all the way up to 4 cars. Now it's not my full-time gig. Now there's some YouTubers that do this full-time and they've been able to quit their jobs. So maybe that's your goal and that's fine. The reason I haven't done that is I just was more looking at it as a side income, and has not grown into a fleet of me leaving my job, but it's still profitable. Now, some people want to do this and they say this is going to be 100% passive. That's not true. Even if you don't do deliveries, which there's videos out there that talk about not doing deliveries. Even if you don't do them, it's still not going to be 100% passive. I'm going to go over some of the reasons why. When it comes to renting out a car, you need to rent the car with a full tank of gas. It needs to be cleaned and ready to go. So even if they're just coming pick it up at your house, at your apartment, wherever you live, even if you're like, okay, I don't have to deliver anywhere, you have to clean it, right? You have to get the car ready. And when the car goes out for a booking, comes back, sometimes, most times, to be honest with you, it's not going to come back clean. It's going to come back, with the mats inside the car are going to be a little dirty, the cup holders, it's just normal use of the vehicle. It's going to come back where it's going to need at least a light vacuum and maybe even a wash on the outside. And that's going to take time. Even if you're like, okay, I'll just go to the car wash, you're going to be driving it to the car wash and you're going to be doing all those things unless you're going to pay someone to do it. And if you're going to pay someone to do it, then most likely it's not going to make you money, right? Because it wouldn't be cheap just to hire someone. You're not going to hire someone for one car if you're just starting out, or even just a few cars. If you did, you're probably not going to be doing it for long, in my opinion, because it wouldn't be profitable. So some of the things that made this side hustle profitable for me, right there, when the car comes back, I clean it myself. I get it ready. I try, make sure I'm not spending money when I don't have to, unless it's necessary. Now, I do the deliveries because I live near the airport. So if you do live by airport, I do recommend seeing about leaving it at the airport. And what I do, I use the lockbox. That way I don't have to be present when the guests come and take the car. I just let them know where it's parked. I give them let them know the code to the lockbox. And they just, when they get there, they take the car. But it takes time. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's not going to be 100% passive. You got to do some work. And I was just putting some examples. So even if you do deliveries or don't do deliveries, it's going to take some of your time. And it's very important saving costs. And that's what's going to help you be profitable. Also, you need to be on the Toro platform frequently. I'm on there pretty much every day or every other day because I'm adjusting prices all the time, because my goal is to have the cars that I have out on the, rented. And the way I do that, I check my competition. So for example, I do actually have a lease on Sentra on Toro, and I check my competition, right? Other individuals that have Sentras on there, I check their pricing to be competitive with them. And I do the math to make sure it still makes sense for me, because there are hosts on there that put some prices that are so low that, in my opinion, they must not be on there to make a profit. They must just want to offset their payments. And that's a challenge that you're going to have. You have some people on the platform that may not be on there to make money. They may just want to offset a payment on their car. But I think that's silly, because even if you just want to offset your payments, why not try to make money, right? And check Enterprise or Hertz or other big rental car companies, see what they're renting their cars at, because you got to remember, hey, your car requires maintenance, your time, all this. So you should make it worth your while. And I feel like some people price it way too low. But even with people pricing it way too low, you can still make money. So one of the things that helps me make money is constantly being on the platform. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, and updating pricing every day, because my goal is to have that car on the rented at the majority of the time, right? I don't want it sitting. If it's sitting, it's not making me any money. If it's rented, that's what makes me money. And I usually am able to get a Sentra. Now, this isn't going to apply to everyone, but I'm able to do this. And the reason why is, so like I said, I'm always adjusting price. So there's usually 30 days in a month, typically, right? And I will have a car out, probably out of that 30 days, 20. So usually the car's out 20, sometimes even more, and that's my goal. I think that's really good. Some of you that may be watching this are Toro hosts, may be able to relay and think that's great. Some of you may be able to rent it out more. If you are, let me know down in the comments. If you're renting it out all 30 days out of the month, 28 days or 31 days, however many days are in a particular month, if you're able to rent it out every single day, let us know. Or if you're able to rent out more than 20, but most months, 20. There's been months that I've rented out over 20. I've hit 25. So those are always, that's always good. That's how I make profits, by having it on the road, saving cost, and constantly updating pricing. So yes, you can make money. I do make money. But if you're not going to constantly update pricing, if you're not going to pay attention to your little side hustle on Turo, then you're probably not going to book your car as much. You're not going to make money, and you're most likely going to end up quitting, like a lot of people do. Because again, remember, you got to detail the car. You got to have it ready, gassed up. That takes time. You got to communicate with your guests. You got to constantly be on there updating pricing. Also, you got to make sure your car's in good condition. So if you get any nails on the tires, take care of that. Doing the maintenance, tire rotation, oil changes. And some people are disorganized, right? And so you got to be organized. You got to be on top of things. You got to have that self-discipline. If you lack some of those things, and you know that you do, most likely you're not going to be successful. So again, some of the things I think will make someone successful, if you're going to actually put the time into it, that it's going to, that it requires for you to be successful, having that discipline to do that, being organized. And if you can do those things and have good communication with your guests and constantly be up there changing prices, I think you have a good opportunity to make this an additional source of income and make it grow. Now, I can't guarantee it, but that's what I've been doing, and it's been going well for me. So I'm sharing based on, what I'm doing and my experience. But it is a common question, and I wanted to put it out there that yes, it's possible. It really just depends on you. I went over some of the important things that you need to do to have a better chance, at least in my opinion. So hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. And also, if you haven't done so, check out that description box. I think you'll find it really helpful. And I'll see you on the next one.